We have two Celtic fans on the podcast, and I have been screaming from the rooftops, what's going to happen if the Celtics win a championship? Is Jayson Tatum on the move? What's going to happen if this Pandora box explodes? The Celtics are the second best team in the East behind the Detroit Pistons. They had a rough start, so if they didn't have that rough start, maybe they'd be number one. So, Toddy, my question to you is, how far can the Celtics go without Jayson Tatum?
I didn't expect this to happen. I wasn't expecting this to happen at all. I just think our coach is a maniac and would rather die than have the number 3 pick in the NBA draft. We tried. We did whatever we could. We went and grabbed Anthony Simons. Hey, gonna let this young bull rock out. But then there's a guy by the name of Jaylen Brown who's probably going to be an all-star starter, just based on his numbers are through the roof. Obviously, since Jayson Tatum has not been available all season, obviously due to the popped Achilles, he's been freaking hooping his ass off. It kind of just shows you how good our team can be when Jayson Tatum is on the floor. I'm not going to be one of those hot take guys like Kevin on TikTok and saying that, oh, you're going to trade Jayson Tatum. No. We understand when we have guys healthy, we win a championship. Obviously, last year didn't go the way as planned. Tatum had 40 before he popped his Achilles. Now, we probably were going to lose that game, let alone the series. But I think we all can understand how good the Celtics team can be with a healthy Jaylen Brown and also a healthy Jayson Tatum. I understand now it's kind of like it's OKC or nobody currently right now. How soon they forget. I am not going to say that Celtics are going to win a championship without Jayson Tatum. I just think that we'll run out of gas eventually. Probably going to be like 3rd or 4th seed, and that's insane to say. That's the craziest part. Like, we might fuck around and just accidentally get to the Eastern Conference final. Like, what are we doing? Okay? And then I'm just gonna have to put my cape on and be like, all right, fuck it. We're going. We're trying to
this happen, baby.
So, I don't know, man. If this team could, without JT, is crazy. Like, what we're able to do currently right now, and we're not even like a core. I'd say we're like about a quarter of the way into the season. So it's kind of the sky's the limit. I have no idea. I was seeing all the AJ DeBonsa edits. I was sending it to Kevin. Like, Kev, just lost again. Hey, Kev, lost another game. Then those edits stopped. They just started to disappear. And then you see all these other, like, burner Wizards, Brooklyn Nets pages. They start posting it. And I'm just like, all right. And that's the craziest. I think it's kind of, I'm probably going to have to blame myself for even just thinking that we would ever be this bad. Like, to even think that we would be the Wizards, the Nets, like in that.
Don't say it. Oh, I thought you said the Kings.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. The Kings. There we go, Kevin. That's what I was forgetting about. I couldn't wrap my head that we would ever be that bad. Even if we had Jaylen Brown on our team, who was making $300 million. I don't know if you guys saw it. He was on DDD stream the other day, and he asked him how much does he make a game. So he makes $500 a game. Hey, man. He's not getting paid all that money for no reason. So, just going back to the question, how far can the Celtics go? The Celtics fuck around, get like a deep playoff run, like maybe second round, semis. I don't want to say ECF because that's kind of pushing it. that's pushing it. But I'm looking at the East right now. There's not really a team besides the Pistons that's kind of like jumping out to me. Like the Magic are not really. Franz is hurt. They're still trying to mesh Desmond Bane into their whole entire get down, and the Cavs aren't really doing what they're supposed to do. I get that they had a couple of guys injured early on in the season, like DG didn't play like 10, 15 games. Evan Mobley was a little bit up and down. Donovan Mitchell's actually having a career year as far as numbers go. But they're not really popping out like they did last year. And then there's, obviously The Knicks are going to be the Knicks, but they're not really. It's just kind of like a cluster of teams. And then there's the Raptors. But am I really scared of the Raptors? Like, I don't.
What I'm hearing is the Celtics are going to the finals.
That's why I'm kind of just like, we might accidentally get to the Eastern Conference Finals. That's why I say we might just miss. How are you here? We playing in June again. It's May, and we still playing. And then I'll be like, hey, JT's might be on minutes restriction. By that time, he might be ready to go. So I don't know, man. I didn't expect this to happen, but fuck it, we ball, as Kevin likes to say.
All right, Alex, I'm going to swing it to you next. How far can the Celtics go without Jayson Tatum this year?
Yeah, they could. I'm just looking at the Eastern Conference standings right now. They are 4th. They're 16-11. And they're only 5 games behind Detroit. So, I mean, the sky's the limit. They could, like Toddy said, they could go all the way to the finals. I could see them dropping, honestly, to the play-in, depending on how these other teams do. Because, like, another team you did not mention, Toddy, is the 76ers.
Yeah.
And they're pretty good this year. They're better than I thought they would be this year. So,
I didn't think, yeah.
If they start kind of clicking and B gets a little bit more healthy, PG gets healthy, that's the team I think I'm most scared of out of all of them, honestly. Because, like, the Knicks are the Knicks. You know what? Shout out to Mike Brown, because he's really turned that team around. But they still don't, like, oh my gosh, like, they clearly have the East in a chokehold. Detroit's up there, but Detroit's still young, right? They did get some playoff experience last year. I think they went to Game 7 with the Knicks. Maybe 6 games?
I think it was 6. I think it was 6.
6 or 7 games. So, like, they did get a lot of playoff experience from that. But, like, let's see how that works. I also know they're in the running to try to get Anthony Davis, which will be very interesting.
That would be interesting.
I do trust Toronto. Are they a good team? Yeah. But do I think they're taking advantage of, like, the Boston's not Boston, Indiana's not Indiana, Milwaukee's not Milwaukee? Yeah. I think they're taking advantage of the situation. I think they're, like, depending on their matchup, they may be out the first round, maybe second. Magic, I think they have to gel. I think they're going to get better as time goes on. I have no idea about the Cavs. Cavs could go left or right to me, but I don't think they're going to be the team they are next year or last year. I don't know what to expect. I don't know if this is just a rough patch for them. Kind of like the Celtics a few years ago when they were, like, a little above 500 around this time, and then they kind of switched it and went on this amazing run in the second half of the season and then went all the way to the NBA Finals. It could be that season for the Cavs. I have no idea. Right now, they're looking like trash. And Miami's Miami. Miami to me is the same team as the Celtics. They can mess around and get to the finals too. Now, they don't have Jimmy. They don't have playoff Jimmy, but very well.
Playoff Norman Powell. Well,
honestly, I don't know. Like, I really don't know who's going to come out. Oh, Minnesota beat OKC.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh,
112
shit.
to 107. Sorry, I just got the notification. Crazy. I need to rewatch that game. Yeah, I don't know. The Celtics could make it all the way. I think they'll probably be a solid 3rd in the East, which is favorable. And honestly, if you are 3rd in the East, you might as well just say F it and go to the finals. And then get Jayson Tatum in there sometime. And then let's see how we go up against either the Nuggets, the Spurs, or the Lakers, or OKC, or the Rocket. Whew. Yeah. Even if you get to the finals, you're not winning. Very respectfully. So.
Shay had 35.
How many did Ant have?
26.
57.
57?
46.
Oh, don't ever play me like that.
26 and 12 rebounds, but he shot 9 of 20 from the field.
Jeez. Well, after hearing 2 Celtics fans get into the comments, our father Spud says this should be the Knicks year.
Should be.
We say that every year, I feel like. So basically, after hearing these Celtic fans, it's Kevin, why the fuck not? Why should we go? Toddy said, second round, third round, ECF finals. Alex said second round, third round, finals. I was like, you guys know what? Why not win the finals? Because Jayson Tatum, or not Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown had to carry the Boston Celtics to an NBA championship, winning the Bill Russell Award and the NBA Finals. Last 10 games, 33 points, 6 assists, 7 rebounds, 40% from 3, and 50% from the field goal. He is a sixth option. In his 10 years, he has never been the number one scoring option. Now he is 6 in the NBA, behind guys like SGA, Luka, Tyrese Maxey, the Joker, Donovan Mitchell. For the season, he is shooting 37% from the 3, which is his best of his career. And I know we always want to bring it up. I hate on this guy, Derek White, all the time. Him and Peyton Pritchard, I've been fucking balling. Him and Peyton Pritchard have been balling. Over the last 12 games, Derek White shooting 43% from 3 on 9 attempts, and Peyton Pritchard shooting 41 on 9 attempts. So to have two guys shooting north of 40% from 3 in your starting lineup goes to show that you guys are a legit team. And then, unfortunately, it breaks my heart to say, Neemias Akita is balling. He's averaging 10 and 9 a night. He was thrown away to the Wolves in Sacramento. We threw him to Stockton and said, we don't want you. The Boston Celtics said, you know what? Why not? Neemias Akita, come be our big man. We don't have Porzingis. We don't have Al Horford. You come be our big man. And then the next guy that's been balling, Jordan Walsh. A lot of people on this podcast don't know who that is. He's the guy. He's the bald guy that runs around on the Celtics. Ever since he's been a starter, 11
Well, he's
and
the
2.
second bald guy that runs around on the court.
Well, everyone knows Derek White.
Well, he's not. I mean, just
Well,
he's not
everyone
the
knows
main
Derek
bald
White.
guy
That's
on
why
the Celtics.
I said a bald guy. Okay, you're the other bald guy, the 6'10" bald guy. He averages 14 points a game. How far can the Celtics go without Jayson Tatum? I think sky's the limit, especially with the East being as up in the air as it is. Could they go? I think the one thing we all agree on is they can go to the finals, but I don't think none of us, besides Toddy, because he'd have to put his Celtic hat on. And I'm sure Alex would put her Celtic hat on too if they made it to the finals. But I think I speak for all of us saying that they wouldn't win the NBA finals. But I know my two co-hosts, if they got there, why not us, Kevin? We're here. You telling me we just need 4 games?
We might win like 2 games.
No. Against who? OKC?
Probably.
I mean, I think we could squeeze 2 games in. Yeah, maybe.
Y'all wanted that top pick. We got one, sending Jayson Tatum to sack, and we all good. We wipe our hands with it, and we
no
move
one wants
on.
to play for sack.
This is a job. You are an employee.
The best. The grass is greener on the other side.
You're going to be here. But moving on,